All right, guys, so a little bit of update on the all-wheel drive EG, just being transparent here. I made a wiring goof and I wound up burning up my Kpro. That's where we're at right now. And I'll kind of explain to you what happened. So I have electronic boost solenoid. It's up here on the side of the head. And I was reusing some of the factory wiring in the existing engine harness to supply my 12 volts. And then I have the other one that goes back to the ECU. So you have to wire it into the Kpro where the purge goes into the ECU. So I reused the purge wire, right? So then all I have to do is run a 12 volts to it, right? So I was like, well, I'll reuse part of the harness, and since I'm using this setup, it doesn't have an idle air control valve. I said, well, I'll reuse the idle air control wire. I went on the inside of the car and whacked off the idle air control wire and put 12 volts to it, so that it should be putting 12 volts out here, right? And it was all fine and well, and then I got my Kpro in and put all the fuel system in, went to try to start it, and I noticed that I wasn't getting any throttle signal on the Kpro. So I thought maybe it was the Ford TPS, and I took all that out, tested all the wires, and I thought it was all good. TPS uses the ground, 5 volt, and then your signal wire to the ECU. So I had my laptop, and I had it sitting up here on the cowl of the windshield, and I touched the 5 volt to the reference, or to the signal wire, and at that point it should have maxed out the throttle signal. Little did I know, I cut the wrong wire on the inside. I didn't cut the idle air control wire. I actually cut the signal wire that go to the TPS, and had put the 12 volts to the signal wire of the TPS. So when I touched that 5 volt to the 12 volt, it put 12 volts into the 5 volt circuit, effectively destroying my brand new Kpro. So I was hopeful that it was just the ECU board itself, and I sent another ECU board off to have my Kpro put into it, and they tried to do that and then said it still had the same issue. So now I gotta buy another Kpro. I gotta buy an expensive mistake. So on the inside, the idle air control wire and the TPS signal wire are like 2 slots apart, right? And the wiring color is opposite. So I think maybe the one for, I don't know for a fact, but I know that they were red and black, okay? So one was red with a black tracer, and the other one was black with a red tracer. So I guess maybe that day my dyslexia was just, I guess it was just kicking my ass or something, I don't know. So anyways, like I said, it was a very expensive mistake. So now I've got to wait and get another Kpro. Yeah, it's a lot of money I didn't really want to spend right now. I mean, that could have been the money for the tune to get it finished up. So I figure, since I can't do anything else, I can at least do little stuff like put my clamps on my intercooler pipe in. I've got another piece of hose now so that I can actually mount my filter where I want it, and it's not sitting up here like this. So just gonna do some little knick-knack stuff and try to knock out some other stuff that needs to be done. That's kind of where we're at on it. So I wound up getting all my clamps for the couplers on the intercooler piping, and also ran this fuel line, and it goes back here. All right, and the filter is here. I still got to build a bracket to mount the filter, but it's a good at least fist between the exhaust and the filter. I may get some heat wrap and put over the filter just to keep from heat soaking it, but I think that's gonna work good there. So I like that a lot better than having the filter where it was over here. Much cleaner look. And then I've got to secure these up just to where my shifter won't hit them. So I've got my booster hose running through here. I've also got to put some clamps on it too. But yeah, I think that's gonna work pretty good there. And like I said, I got all these secured, so just doing what little bit I can. She'll come together. Hopefully soon we'll be able to get another Kpro. I think I've found one locally that's brand new, still in the box. I don't know when you're watching this video, but currently, right now, Hondata has a waiting period because they don't have the supplies. They don't have any more Kpros right now because of this COVID virus crap. Can't get a new one from Hondata, unfortunately. Like I say, I have found another. It's in a PND automatic, which is not that really big a deal. I know it's kind of ironic, but there's a little bit of extra wiring for the PND ECU, which typically I don't usually have wiring faults. It just, no one's perfect, right? It is what it is. We live and learn. Mistakes happen. But I'm ready to hear this thing run. It's gonna be sweet. I still got to get my reservoir mounted. So I think what I'm gonna do is mount it down here on the weight plate, kind of like so, and then get a longer hose. And there's a hole right here in the engine compartment, and the hole right there, so I can run that hose up and over to my radiator just to have a reservoir. So I think what I can do is just put a piece of maybe angle or something and just mount it through this bracket here, kind of like it would be factory, which is over here. The bumper's going to cover all this, so you can't see it anyway. I mean, I could tuck it up to about right there too. So, and then one step closer. But unfortunately, right now I have to go in and get ready to go to work. So, wish I could stay out here all day and play, but just not the reality that I live in. So, do what I gotta do. That's just your quick update on the all-wheel drive build. Anyways, I appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully you'll stick around and watch some more of the all-wheel drive build videos. And I'd always appreciate, throw me a like, throw me a comment, subscribe so you can see more of the videos on this. And I also post the DIY Honda repair videos pretty regularly. So thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time. Peace.